I've been looking at AVA for a while now, and had some higher time frame technical analysis drawn out. I've been looking at go over it. Oh god, AVA for a while now, and had some higher time frame technical analysis drawn out. I've been looking at go over it. Oh god, AVA for a while now, and had some higher time frame technical analysis drawn out. I've been looking at go over it. Oh god, AVA for a while now, and had some higher time frame technical analysis drawn out. I've been looking at go over it. Oh god, AVA for a while now, and messed up. I don't know why. Time frame technical analysis drawn out. I think I need to restart the stream. Oh god, AVA for a while now, and messed up. I don't know why. Time frame technical analysis drawn out. I think I need to restart the stream. Oh god, AVA for a while now, and messed up. I don't know why. Time frame technical analysis. It's playing. I think I need to restart the stream. Oh god, AVA for a while now, and messed up. I don't know why. Time frame. What's going wrong? Technical analysis. Video details, channel details. Oh god, AVA for a while now, and messed up. I don't know why. Time frame. What's going wrong? Technical analysis. Video details, channel details. Oh god, AVA for a while now, and messed up. I don't know why. Time frame. What's going wrong? Alright, I'm gonna have to redo this stream because I have no idea what's going on. Okay, I think I fixed it. I was broadcasting my Twitter. Weird. Is that fixed? Let me see. Yeah, I think it's fixed. Usually I test these things out to see if they work. Right. So I was looking at AVA. That's better. I can now talk without hearing myself. That's not what I wanted. What I need to do is I need to test it on... yeah, you see there. That's what was playing. Funny. I get the right tabs. AVA looks good actually. I'm looking at AVA. I've been doing a higher time frame analysis on AVA for a while now, and we're in this higher time frame channel. When the price launched, when the token launched, this was in an accumulation range, and it broke out. We had 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this bear market, we've come back to test the high of the range. We're basically consolidating above the previous range. And I posted a tweet to say that if we can get back into the range and get back above the point of control,
then this is a good buy. And it is. Look what's happened. You look at this range. We've come back over the point of control and we're back into this higher time frame channel. This is where you want to buy. It's still cheap. 66 cents. Still cheap. And it's a really good setup right now. You look at this, is the whole value area range. This is the volume of that range. So for the whole range, the volume for the whole range, and we're going back to 2018 now. 2018. We're going back 6 years. 6 years. It's a long time. It's not a short time. It's a long time. So in 6 years, in the whole of 6 years, you want to buy this token? Right now, you're going to buy it just above the point of control, where the most volume has come into this token in 6 years. This is the best place. Literally the best place to buy this token. And not only that, I've drawn this higher time frame channel. Look, you see, this is the first all-time high. That's the second all-time high. That's the all-time high, actually. All the way down to the low. This low here, this pivot low. That's the all-time low. It's all the way down at 4.4 cents. If you draw a channel between these two pivots and this low, you'll see that right now what we're doing is, you can zoom in. Look at this. Lost the channel, back into the channel, back test the channel, up into the point of control. Lost the channel, back tested the channel, into the value area low, trying to get back into the channel, couldn't get back into the channel, just at the bottom of the channel, back into the channel, back test the channel, push up from the bottom of the channel. Look where we are, we're here. Look where we are in the scale of things. Look where we are. So I'm expecting quite a big run on this, actually. I just bought some today. Crypto is going to explode. We all know that. And this is going to rhyme. It's going to sync in time with Bitcoin and the ETFs that are going to be launched. Whenever they happen, who cares? It doesn't really matter. What matters is that we're back into the channel. We're above the point of control. This is strength. This is strength. Look at that. And then when you look at the candles, look at that weekly candle. That was a weekly candle, closed higher than the previous week. This week has come in to back test the previous week. See? We're coming in to back test. That's pretty good, no? Let me show you. Let me show you more clearly. So what's the invalidation? Well, I don't want this. I don't want to close underneath the point of control now. Like, really, that is it. I'm not expecting any more closes underneath the point of control, simply because of this channel as well. This higher time frame channel, that line that I've got drawn. They correspond very nicely. There's a bit of confluence there. Sorry, I've got a cold. Oh. Tissues, yeah, tissues. Yeah, so yeah, you don't want to close down here. We don't want to lose the point of control. I think the point of control needs to hold as resistance now. Now that we're above it, we need to hold it as we need to hold it as support, not resistance, support. And that's very important. But now that we're in this channel, I think we're in a good place for AVA to continue. And when I'm looking at the higher time frame, I did this 5-wave Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was in the last bull run, in the last bull market. So if this is the wave 1 and this is all the wave 2, then now we're expecting a wave 3. You know, wave 3s are the most bullish, impulsive waves. They're the most bullish. So if this is the beginning of a wave 3, and we haven't even run yet, so this could be wave 1 of 5 waves of the wave 3. I haven't seen a bullish impulse yet come out of AVA. So I'm thinking to myself that this is a really good place to buy. We're just above the point of control. We're back into the channel. This is strength. We're in the value area. This is the whole range. This is all the way back 6 years. Yeah. And then I've got some higher time frame targets of let me do those again because I'm not sure how accurate they are. Let me hide that now, and I'll hide this because we know where we are. I think this channel is important, and I'll have another look as well, see if there's any other kind of like GANs or anything like that. You take this to the high, low to the high. Sorry. Oh God. Oh my word. Sorry. Just got a really bad cold. So yeah, let me see. If we take that from this trend-based extension, will give us some really nice targets. So we have the 618 is at $7 or $7.572, and then the 786 will give us $16. You see, and it could work because it's within this channel, you know. And I like this consolidation because this was the accumulation. We had an expansion. This is all reaccumulation, and we haven't come underneath the previous range, and so this is all reaccumulation. So I'm expecting an expansion, basically, which will be your wave 3. I'm expecting that to happen. And when you look at TRVL, that's a really good product. It's It allows you to book flights and hotels and go on holiday. Who doesn't love that? Who wants it? Everyone wants to do that. Everyone who's going to be making money in this crypto bull run is going to want to go on holiday, and TRVL is where they're going to do it. So this is bullish. This is extremely bullish. Just wait. I think this is a good. These are some good targets. Let me do a reverse extension as well. It's in the weekly, that's fine. See how they match up. $40, that would be nice. So you can start accumulating now. I think I really think that we're gonna start going vertical quite soon, and it's a really good place to buy because we're back into this channel. That's a sign of strength. That's what you want to see. Whenever you see a channel lost like this and then reclaimed, that's a sign of strength, especially when it's going up. And I'm really bullish on AVA actually. I have been for a long time. Obviously I sold a bunch of AVA to buy more TRVL, but I'm actually buying more AVA again. I'm not gonna miss this train. This train is a good train to be on. So what could we expect? Yeah, why can't we get to $40? Why not? Let's get to $40. Technically though, if you're going to be trading it, where are you going to take profit? Well, does that tell me? Is that telling me a different story? Why is that different? No, that's fine. Okay. See that? We're above the point of control. You see this blue line, this value area high? That's your first significant target. That's the objective for the bulls. The bulls need to flip that into support. However this gets up there, who knows how. Flip it into support for the all-time high of whatever it is, $6.9, $6.8. Once you're into the all-time high, you probably end up back testing something for another move up. Be something like that. Let me see what the timings are like. 24. Yeah, that's doable. Up to the all-time high. August. Yeah, that's possible. I think you've got a major take profit at the value area high. The next major take profit is going to be the all-time high. So you have two major take profits on this trade, and that could coincide with this midpoint of this channel. So you have on this, even though I'm quite bullish, this is your first take profit. See that? And we're talking about higher time frame trades, yeah. We're not talking about in and out tomorrow. We're talking about hold until it hits these targets. now that we're in the channel, I am expecting us to get, and we're above the point of control, I am expecting us to go up to the value area high. You know, that's the expectation. And the invalidation is any kind of close or significant close, whatever, underneath the point of control, because that, look at the alignment of the point of control in this channel line now. So I think anything, you see, anything that goes down now would be extreme weakness. This is extreme weakness. I'm not expecting that. That's why I have it. If I suddenly see that, I'm out, because that's not what I'm expecting. I don't want to be in that situation, because it's not what I'm expecting. I want to be in a situation which I'm expecting. So I'm expecting this. So this is what I want to trade for. If suddenly the circumstances change, and for whatever reason it doesn't do what I'm thinking, what I'm imagining in the future, then I'm out, because these are strong levels. They have to hold. If this is strength, if this is truly meant to be what I think it is, then this has to continue. You know, that's the thesis, that's the idea. So you're looking for a take profit at the value area high, and then you're looking for an expansion all the way up to the all-time high. That would be the trade. It'd be easy trade. So two take profits there. So one is probably going to be about $2. The next one is going to be at $6.6. And then we have to see what Bitcoin does, because the reality is that once Bitcoin goes crazy and goes wherever, to Mars, wherever, then a lot of these altcoins are just going to go crazy too. And then that's when all of these higher targets are going to become achievable. Otherwise, they're just going to hit the all-time highs, clear the liquidity, and just keep on ranging. And so that's what we're hoping for and expecting. We're expecting Bitcoin to lead the way, and then the alts can follow, starting with ETH. But as far as mathematically and technically, we have some very achievable targets here. We have $40 is on the table. You see that? This 38.579, that's on the table for AVA. And from where we're at now, that would be 56x. 56x. And who knows? You know, like you just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, look, where's my bull markings? My bull run markings. Do I have them? I should put them in. So our time horizon is end of April sometime. I don't know when, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. When the Bitcoin halves to the end of September 25. So that's the bull market. That's when Bitcoin bull market begins and ends, basically. Although it's already begun. So, assuming that everything peaks at September 25, I mean, best case scenario, you could get an AVA at $100. Look at that, a 2-to-1, $114. If we manage to get above the all-time high, consolidate it, and then push up, we could do that. It's possible. It's very possible. And crypto goes to the moon. And you have to remember that this is the wave 3. So with a wave 3, it's always more impulsive. It's always more bullish. So if I bring my Elliott waves down, See that? This is the wave. This is the wave 1. This is the 3. We've just completed the 2. And this works. This is in the time frame. I mean, you're still expecting a 5 wave up because the bullish impulsive waves are 5 waves, but however it gets there, I've just made this up. However it gets there, you could get there. Look, end of September 25, you could end up with $100 AVA, and now it's at 6 cents, 6.6 cents. Should buy some. It's a really good time to buy. Look, you're at the point of control. Oh wait, hold on, let me see. Oh, you're not. You're past it. My bad. So the point of control is at 6 cents. We've above. Yeah. We haven't really. Have we back tested it? No, we haven't really back tested. We've basically expanded away from it. We still haven't like properly kind of come in to go. We may see that, or we may just see people just pushing it now because they see that it's going. Let me see how it was before. See, what you're gonna get with AVA is something like this. Like suddenly you're just gonna get like a candle like this. No, this is really good. This is looking good. And then if we can do some, let me see if I can do some, if I can find some GANs on AVA as well. High. Yeah, you see the 3-1 worked. The daily time frame. Okay, I'm zooming in a little bit. I should put 3 days. Let's go with have a look. Get rid of this. What kind of worked? Not really interesting GANs on this actually so much because I mean there are lines where you can trade against. It's very obvious, you see, you know, when you line them up, there is a kind of a movement. You trade against those, but ultimately I think in the context of the bull market and Elliott waves, I'm more interested in seeing how far this can expand, because ultimately, you know, people are making a lot of money on crypto and they want to spend it. And TRVL, you know, that's where you spend your money. You go on holiday, you buy flights, you buy first class tickets, you buy hotels, you go to TRVL. That's where you do it. So I don't see why TRVL doesn't go to the moon. Literally, it's gonna moon. Let me see, what else can I pick up on? Is there any kind of fib time on this? Now is a good time to buy. We go on to doing no. It's interesting, huh? That's interesting. Is that the all-time high? No? Yeah, roughly there. This is quite interesting. If we let me see. I've got to make these figures more accurate though, that's the problem. It's hard on the new chart. That one to that pivot, to that pivot, to that pivot. So going from the 1, the 0, to the end of the 5, so that's your wave 1, all the way down to the low there. On fib time, the 618 comes beginning of May. It's interesting, huh? With the 1 at November, and then the 168 at the end of October. I think that's quite interesting. They kind of line up with the bull market bands, timings. I'll just keep that for reference and see if that makes any, if that plays. Alright. So anyway, I'm quite bullish on AVA. I think we have good targets here. We have the value area high, we have the all-time high, and I think if we can get consolidation above the all-time high in alt season, we can get above this channel, consolidate a little bit, then we can break up, and then we'll be looking for higher targets. I think at the very peak, I wouldn't be surprised if AVA was able to achieve $40. And obviously if it overextends, then it could even get up to the highest number. But you know, 1 point, is that 1-to-1? Yeah, that's a 1 extension. I think most people will be happy with a 1-to-1. Most people will be happy for a 1-to-1, and that's at 47. So from where we are now, that's a 68x, you know. But crypto's crypto. Crypto can do crazy things, and if it was to overextend and hit the highest targets, and you're still talking about 150 plus x, getting up to those higher levels. Who knows? But it is bullish right now, and there is strength. And look at this, you know. Look at this. you come back into the channel, you come back above the point of control. That's what you want to see. So you're buying on support right now, which is what you want to do. We have a high volume node in the way at about 73. Yeah. Once we go above that level, then it's going to be fast, much faster. And the good thing about this volume profile is that we are in the range at the moment, so any movement now is normal, is expected. And also it means that because we're above the point of control, it means that most of the volume is below us, so a lot of people are not underwater, so they're not going to market sell. I'm just going to set limits higher up, which is great. Okay, oh god, let me just quickly pop to Bitcoin. I don't really want to spend time on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is pretty much going nowhere, so that's why I don't want to spend time on it. The altcoins are a lot more interesting. I've got my yeah, look, I had this daily level marked. It's found support in a liquidity level, which is this daily level. There's trades to be had, but I'm not trading this because it's just too smaller movements in terms of, I mean, it's not that small, so it's 1% from bottom to top, so it's still quite good. Yeah, I think if you want to this is perfect. Bitcoin going sideways and not doing anything is really good for the altcoins. As long as Bitcoin is trapped in some kind of range, then we're good to go. And the great thing about this on the higher time frame is that we're in the highs, you know, like Bitcoin is still moving up in the higher time frame, which is what you want, because you want, look, you look at that, ideas. Yeah, we could be here. 100,000. It's looking like it's going up. The direction is up. As long as the direction is up, people are going to be speculating on alts. That's what you want. There's a little bit of volume coming into TRVL. Actually, this morning. So I was looking at TRVL last night, and the candle from yesterday was interesting. I've got so many kind of crazy ideas about TRVL. I'm gonna have to share it with everyone. But should I go on Bybit? So I was actually interested in the KuCoin chart. What's interesting about KuCoin is that in comparison to the other charts, KuCoin didn't have the launch. So when TRVL came onto KuCoin, it just sold off. And it came onto KuCoin at what is that price? Like 57 cents. It went up a little bit and then it just sold off. Yeah. But when I if I was to get rid of this volume as well, looking at TRVL, looking at that, I mean, it looks quite artistic. For me, it looks quite beautiful. It's quite pretty, huh? Look. What do you make of that? If I reverse it, That's the reverse. What do you think of that? What does that look to you? It's slightly different chart this to like if you look at it on Mex. Look, Mex has this launch candle, right? So that kind of changes your perspective a little bit. So I'm actually starting to enjoy this KuCoin chart, just because it doesn't have that kind of that bit. And the thing about KuCoin right now is that that's when a lot of the volume is now right now is on KuCoin, and that's where you want to chart. You want to chart the highest volume exchanges, because more volume gives you a better idea of the correct formation of candles, you know, because it's less, dare I say it, manipulated. It's looking quite pretty, huh? So this is the inverse, and then I was thinking, look, go up, failed, go up, failed, go up. I don't know, that's what I was thinking. I mean, come on. Who knows, but I'm just thinking, what's going on? Is it just... What's going on? Is it just... Is that what's going to happen? So I drew this little... I connected these 2 points on KuCoin. So I've been charting on Mex a lot, because I like that they had the all-time high at 1.56 correct. So I use that as my idea for everything else. But now that I've been looking at KuCoin, I was like, okay, look, let me just see what KuCoin is saying, because yesterday most of the volume came to KuCoin, and then I was like, wow, look at these two wicks. I connected them up, and you see, look what happened. You zoom in, the price came and pop. Now you're thinking this is bearish, but actually this is bullish. The reason why this is bullish is because it went through. Yeah, if it was bearish, it would be front run. It wouldn't even be able to touch. Let me bring it back to the normal. You have to understand these things. This is really important to understand. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the KuCoin chart, to be honest with you, so I wasn't really following this. Obviously some people were, and some people are using the KuCoin chart, and some people have obviously connected these 2 points, these 2 pivots with a line just like I have, and they've got a line just on the charts just like I have. Yeah, I needed this after the event, after the fact, because I was just trying to understand, but obviously someone has had this already done. And if this was, the more bearish it is, yeah, the harder it is for the price to get to the line, because what happens is more and more people have this line, and what they do is they scale in their orders into the line to capture the orders as the price comes up. Yeah, and so if it was bearish, the price couldn't get to the line because you have so many people trying to sell at the line, and so you end up with it being is front run, and the price never actually hits. Okay, if it goes through a line, then it's actually bullish. Now it's still bearish in the sense that it was sold. Forget about that. But the idea is that first and foremost, the orders weren't able to hold the price, so there was enough volume to push it through the line. Until it finally gets to a point where it turns, the balance turns, and there's now more sellers than buyers, and the line is therefore being traded through. So it hasn't been, this line has not been respected. That's the point. Even though in a higher time frame it looks like it has been respected, like you look at this and you think, oh, that's a respect of the line. That's a reaction, yes, but it's not respect, yeah, because initially people didn't respect it, and it's only higher up that finally it found enough liquidity to reverse. So this is actually bullish. Obviously, the higher the line would have gone, the better for the bulls. But if this was, look at this, look how obviously there's a reaction. So someone has this line on their chart and is looking at this and trying to sell it. Well done, bravo, they did a good job. But they, in a sense, they failed because they weren't able to hold the price at that trend line. There wasn't enough interest in selling orders to keep the price underneath that trend line. And if I was to go and take it to, let me show you MEX, and I want to show you MEX actually, because MEX is a really good example, because I have the similar trend line on MEX too. It's different, but it's similar. You see on MEX, if you see this thick white line from the all-time high to this pivot. Why isn't it touching? I might have moved it. Let me just redraw it. Okay, I've redrawn it because I've connected it to the latest pivot. So your MEX, you had these same idea. People drawn these lines on these wicks, and you see that pierces through, closes back under. The second attempt, SFP, and it's sold into. But the distance is very minimal, yeah. This is actually respect because we only went 2% above it, whereas on, let me see, on KuCoin, it's like 5%, almost 5% above it. 5%. Then what happened on MEX? We led up to it. You see that is a different price action. You can't compare. You know, look at that run all the way up to that trend line. And then the last candle pushed into it, but it reacted and it held. Then you had an SFP of the previous candle and it sold off. Yeah, that is structurally that is a hold. We still came back to test it and break it and then back test it. Yeah, but structurally this is correct. Whereas on KuCoin, when I'm looking at it, it's not really respected. So that's my perspective of you can't actually see it, but it's there because that line's in the way. My fixed range, they always have to redraw. Yeah, we'll come back, you see. Slightly different to the MEX exchange price action. Here we're consolidating. Suddenly someone market bought, and then someone quickly looked at their charts and go, wait a minute, we're above this TR trend line, let me just sell. There was no limit orders there. I think this is bullish personally. But anyway, let's just go in and zoom in a little bit more on the candles. And so last night I was like considering the price action, and ultimately what we're looking at is this. So let me get rid of this fixed range so I can. Get rid of these. I was like doing it for myself, and I was thinking about streaming last night actually, but I didn't. This is how I would kind of play this now on TRVL. So again, I'm on KuCoin. This is the weekly time frame. Week hasn't closed, so ignore that. 3D hasn't closed, so ignore that. So on the daily time frame, of the overall range, on KuCoin, we actually didn't close above the point of control. This is the overall range. This is taking it from the beginning to the end. But if you break this range into two ranges, which is what I did, and this is where we enter the lower range. So if you were to break it down into two, if you say that this is a range here, up there, and then this is a range here, like two ranges, and you just take the volume from the lower range, yeah, then actually what you'll notice is that in the lower range, the volume profile tells us that we are on the point of control, the low range. That's what you're interested in, because you don't really care so much about the volume in this upper range. Yeah, 9 cents is the dividing line between the two ranges. Anything prior to 9 cents is a previous range, and now we're in the lower range, the under 9 cents range, and you're not really concerned about the data from the upper range until we get above the 9 cents, then we can start looking at that data. But right now we're in the lower range. So as far as I'm aware, when you take all the volume data on KuCoin on the lower range, you'll notice that yesterday when we had this kind of big sell, it closed above the point of control. That is bullish because you've closed above. The support has helped, and so naturally today the price went down, and it's taken liquidity from a lot of these candle lows, but the price is now looks like it's holding. You zoom in a little bit into the lower time frames. So I just wanted to show you that that volume pool. You zoom into the lower time frames and you see what's happening. Yeah, the price is being bought up. see that? Sold and was being bought up. Something I did mention in the stream yesterday, but it didn't capture for some reason. I do these live streams, and then at the end of it, I was talking about something which I thought was quite interesting. People look at these candles and they go, wow, look at that, people, look all of that selling, yeah? And so let's look at the volume. And so yesterday, 9.817 million TRVL tokens were traded on KuCoin yesterday. That's the most volume that KuCoin has had for TRVL since the 20th of April 2022, last year, April last year, so 1 month. That's the most volume in a single day. That was yesterday. And that's a very significant shift for TRVL. So, and all of these, and this is what I wanted to say, this is really important. You look at these candles and you're like thinking, oh, this is quite scary. Look at the sell. You have to remember this. Sure, people have sold, but it's also been bought. Yeah? This is, someone has sold and the prices have been absorbed. Yeah, look at these candles. 3 million, 3 million. 6 million from up here down to here. 6 million tokens have been bought. Sure, they've been sold, but they've been bought. Other people, whoever, has bought those tokens. Yeah, that's bullish. This is bullish. This is not. Don't look at this. Look, low volume rise was sold into, but the price is still in the range. This is actually bullish. This isn't bearish. This is a buy. This is basically what you want to see. You want to see the price being absorbed, the market sales being absorbed by people who have just got big limit orders down here, and they just want to absorb the price because they don't want to push the price up as they buy. They want people to sell so they can buy at these lower prices. So in my mind, what we're experiencing right now is bullish price action. This is bullish. Yeah, sure, someone is impatient and are just market buying, and with low volume they're pushing the price up because of the illiquid environment. Sure, someone is exiting the project for whatever reason because they're idiots and they have no patience and they don't understand what this project is about, and they've never met the team, and they're, you know, whatever. They shouldn't really go to Grok or whatever meme coin you want. They shouldn't be with us anyway, because we're about to change the world. They sold their tokens. What's his name? Croissant. Was it Croissant? Croissant. If it was you if it wasn't you and you're watching this, I apologize. But if it was you and you end up watching this, we're gonna take this to $25, and I'm gonna laugh. And if you haven't sold and you're watching this, then join us to take this to $25, and we'll laugh together. We'll have a drink of bubbly together. Anyway, whoever it was who sold, look at this. Someone bought your tokens at lower prices, and look, even now, someone sold here. Who was that? 537,000 bought right up. And then look at this market buyer, 1 million tokens bought up. 1 million tokens. This is bullish price action. This isn't bearish. So even though that's a bearish candle, the bears failed to bring it underneath the point of control. They failed to break the range. And what do you want to see now? Well, if you're just like not sure what's going on, you just want to play it safe, and you just want to look at the candles and go, what are the candles telling you? Well, look, this is the high volume candle. So this is the candle of interest, right? You can take different time frames if you want, and I do. At the moment, this is the daily time frame, so we're in the body of the candle. We have not been able to trade into the wick. We're actually trading in the body. At some point in the future, we will close inside of the wick, and the wick will fill. And if you break it down into the different time frames, go down to the 1 hour, 30 minute. This is it, look. 30 minutes probably the best one. Just to give you an idea of what's going on. You see this large candle of interest, this large one, this expanding candle with high volume, 2.7 million volume. If you just put these lines on the wicks and the bodies, yeah. Let me hide that one now. See what it says in the hour, actually. See what's the 15 minute. That's better. Could be better. 15 minutes better. Because look, most of the volume was in the 15 minutes. This 15 minute had no volume. So just go to the one. Go to the time frame with the most volume. You could even go up to the 5 minute and push this candle up a bit higher. If you want. Because that's the candle with the most volume. You see that? It's got the most volume. And then you have this really long wick. That's the 5 minute time frame. That's our range at the moment. And this is on KuCoin. So you see it's just ranging. Yeah. And it's ranging. That's literally what's happening now. We're just ranging in the wick of this candle. So eventually what you'll see, and if I go back to the 15 minute, and if I expand it, I'll just bring this down a bit actually, and I'll show you what I mean. The price can leave, but it doesn't close. The close is really important, using this idea. This is the 15 minute time frame. So in the 15 minute time frame, you see that's the wick, that's the body. We're in the wick of that candle. That candle wick is holding the whole, it's framed the whole price that comes after it. See that? It's like a picture frame, and the price that comes after it is in this picture frame, held by the wick that was printed by that candle. The reason why we're interested in that candle is because it's a high volume candle. Yeah, and it's an expanding candle. It controls the price. This candle is controlling the price. So ultimately, what needs to happen for the bulls and the bears? Well, for the bulls and the bears, it's quite simple. Bears need to close a couple of 15 minute candles underneath this wick for continuation. The bulls need to do the reverse. They need to close a couple of 15 minute candles above this wick for continuation. That's literally the first thing that needs to happen to escape this frame. It's the first thing that needs to happen. That's your first indication of what could come afterwards. Does that make sense? And you're not just interested in wicks going through, piercing through. Now, on both sides, sorry, I got a cold. On both sides, you know, look, that's bearish, market sell, bullish, market buy. Take liquidity from the lows, take liquidity from the highs. still in the range. What's the range? It's the wick of this bearish candle that's holding the price. And you can expand that out to every time frame. Every time frame has its own little story. You go to the 1 hour time frame, it's telling a slightly different story. And 2 hours probably better actually. You know, it's all about the closes with this idea that I'm presenting. It's not about the price going through, it's about how the price closes. See, on the 2 hour time frame, see that candle, it didn't actually close above. See that? And that one close is not enough. You need 2 closes. So you need a second candle to close. That's called acceptance. One close, you could close in and then you can close away. You could close out. So you need one close in and then a second close to remain, which is called acceptance. And so obviously it's a lot quicker to see with the lower time frames, but then obviously context is key, because you might think it's closing and it's not, because in a higher time frame it could pull back. So you have to do it within the time frame of the candles of its own time frame. So like on the 30-minute, we had a little bit of almost acceptance here, and it just left a little back test and it dropped. We're trying to get back up. Actually, you see the price is in the highs. If it was bearish, the price would be in the lows of this range. That's how it works. If the price is bullish, it's always in the highs. If the price is bearish, it's always in the lows. But the next step would be what I said. It would be to go up, back test, and continue. Go down, back test, and continue. Now, until that happens, we're in the range, and it's just an accumulation. So that's what I'm looking for. Doesn't mean I'm going to sell, because I'm not going to sell. It's just to kind of observe the price action and see what's happening. Is there anything else I can deduce? What do we want to see here? Well, I think this is the bears' chance to prove themselves, and I think they're doing a very poor job at the moment, because you have a bearish candle. If there is bearish continuation, we're going to see it in the next few candles, right? We had a sell. Look at it. It's not high volume yet, but let's see what the volume turns out at the end of today, because if this ends up as a really high volume, as much as yesterday, that's going to be very informative. It's going to be very interesting to see how the volume increases now. Is this volume spike? Was that just a one-off, or are we now about to see a new trend of increased volume? And actually, that's what we want. We want to see increased volume and people starting to trade this asset. And then there's a lot of great news that was announced today on the Discord, so I wasn't sure if people heard or kept up with that, but let me read some of it out for you. Actually, you know what I can do even better? I can share my window. Let's have a look. Can you see that? So look at this stuff. Hold on. If you're not in the Telegram group, you should join it, because that's where we have all these kind of interesting conversations. and that's where you get the first up-to-date information. So basically, James said today, he posted an announcement at 7:33 in the morning, and basically they've redesigned the user interface for vacation rental operator AI tools. For example, website, excuse me. My cold is really bad. Website and listing analyzer. These will eventually be embedded within TRVL Direct. Traveler application. Previously, the plan was to launch a series of traveler-focused products. For example, Sensei and Meridian. But the idea of a cohesive product with a phased feature release is now becoming more attractive. TRVL Direct version 3 booking contracts and smart wallets will be launched on Polygon. I said, huh? I gave you guys a spoiler. Looking to add Matic as a payment option, which could open the doors to co-marketing opportunities. Well, of course it will. It's amazing. This is bullish. Bullish. Highlight 2, business development. Conversations with property management systems, channel managers and infrastructure providers to build with the Night protocol. So the Night protocol is a new technology which is being pioneered by the team at TRVL, and basically what it does is it allows people to book accommodation and then resell the accommodation to other people, and it's tokenized with NFTs. Now, I think it's quite a pioneering idea. I think there's a market for it. I think it's quite niche at the moment, but you don't know about the future and how the future trends and how the future pans out. So this is the first of its kind, and I think it's quite an interesting concept. So basically what you're doing is you're tokenizing individual nights, stays, and bookings, and you're reflecting them in NFTs which can be traded, and that's going to be quite attractive for very lucrative destinations, you know, which are always high in demand, where it's very difficult to book, or in high seasons, in really high seasons. Now the question obviously for me, I'm a TRVL host, question or operator, whatever they use the term operator. I still prefer the word host, but for the question for me is I like to know who's coming. So I don't know how they've been able to ask. I think they're gonna make sure that the person receiving it is also screened, I guess. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I think it's just, as long as there's insurance to cover it in case of any kind of liability or damages, I don't think it's a problem. And obviously the thing about different people have different risk tolerances, and so when I host, I actually pretty much accept everyone. I don't actually not accept anyone, but what I do is I make sure I have restrictions on the conditions of how people come and book. So for example, I never allow shorter stays, and so I already eliminate a large portion of the market just by doing that. And the other thing that I don't do is I don't reduce my price significantly at the end to just I'll fill the rooms or fill the gaps, and that helps as well, because I think a lot of the problems come with people who are looking for extremely cheap deals last minute. Most of the problems that arise in this industry are basically grouped into that one grouping of last minute cheap deals. And what I do is I try my best to avoid that. So as long as this also avoids that problem in some way, but I think it's good. I think this is going to avoid that problem because I think the idea could work well for like specific periods of time where there's high demand and where there's no accommodation. And sure, like if I've booked an accommodation and there's an event and there's no more accommodation, and then there's someone maybe I can 2x my booking and make money from it and not go. It's like reselling concert tickets or something like that. It's quite a nice idea. I mean, I think I'd be interested to see how it works, and I think it's definitely something I'm looking forward to seeing. Highlight 3: community and marketing. New X Spaces event will be announced next week. I don't know what that is. Joining us will be a chain on everyone's radar over the last couple of weeks. So X Spaces event is probably going to be some kind of AMA, I'm guessing. Some kind of talk. A chain on everyone's radar. Well, it's either Solana or Injective. What else can it be? End of year review in progress, website updates, operator pages, travel token page as well as new pages. All right. That looks good, huh? And then look what Cynthia says. So Cynthia, if you don't know, is the CEO of D-Travel, and she's also an Airbnb superhost and has some apartments in Canada on D-Travel. And she's got pink hair. So why wouldn't you want a CEO who has pink hair? That's the real question. You would. They are, but what was the question? Are the pools full? Okay, so someone asked a question and I answered it. So, hello, I have put TRVL into staking. I can't find it. Please help. I responded, did you have the same wallets, same chain? He responded to me saying, I was just about to restack. Are all the pools full? Aha. Now Cynthia responds to him, they are, but we're going to be introducing some interesting staking mechanisms very soon. Full details will be in the tokenomics document coming out in the next few weeks. This is the news that we've all been waiting for. The new tokenomics document. This is the spoiler. So the new tokenomics document will be introducing the idea of some interesting staking mechanisms. And Paul writes, I knew it. So there you go. That is the spoiler. So if you guys aren't on the Telegram, you should get on Telegram, because that's where you get all the up-to-date information. And look at this. New travel direct booking site activated. A property manager just launched a new vacation rental powered by D-Travel Direct with listings in Braille. Let's have a look. Can you see it? Let me see if you can see it. No, you probably can't. Let me change my window so you can see it. There you go. See it now. Oh, Romania. So this is what a D-Travel. This is a brand new D-Travel property. Look at this. Romania. You want to go? Check this out. Panoramic apartment self check-in. It's nicer. Look at that. It looks nice. I'd stay there. £54 a night. How much is it in travel? Oh, why, team? Why is there BUSD here? You need to get rid of that. Right. 2,199 TRVL per night. Let's go for a week. Oh god. Oh, I have discounts. That's good. Oh, my discounts. And yeah. One king bed, one couch. Amber panoramic apartment is situated in Braia, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce that. This apartment features air conditioning, floor heating, free Wi-Fi, washer, dryer, and dishwasher. The apartment is one bedroom, one bathroom, walk-in closet, and a grand open space living room with a fully equipped kitchen and an amazing city view from each room. The location is in the city centre within 1 to 2 minute walk from taxis, public transport. So this is great. So this is Romania, huh? Look. Oh, there it is. Look how great TRVL is. Like, someone has just come onto the website for free, no cost to them. They've launched their site, and now I can book their apartment, and I can pay in crypto, and this is on chain. I can pay in fiat as well. It's on chain. Peer-to-peer booking, and the insurance package is better than Airbnb. Better than Airbnb. This. Credit card. Okay, so they don't accept TRVL yet. So this is what the wallet as a service is going to change, because at the moment you need a MetaMask connected to your vacation rental to accept crypto. When wallet as a service is launched, I was expecting it to be launched today, but maybe it's next week. Then everyone will have the ability to accept crypto. Book. Location, amenities, policies. So this is it. This is TRVL. This is the new listing. I just found that from the Telegram. Let's go back to the Telegram group. Let me switch. New operator sign up. New operator sign. Look at this. New host signing up. New bookings are coming online. If I go up, look, new operator sign up. What else is there? Scroll up. It's starting to get really busy. I mean, look, new booking process. New booking process. This is what I want. I want to see what was booked. I want a link to the property. This is what they need to do. Give me a link to the property so I can click on it, because maybe I want to book it. And it's free advertising as well. Like, I mean, you can have this to an opt-in feature if people want to stay anonymous, but I would opt in, because if I got a booking, I want people to click on it and see what's just been booked. This is exciting. So yeah, definitely get onto the Telegram group if you're not on it, and then we can chat there as well. We can have a conversation. We'll go back to TRVL. I'll go back to my MEX and show you my higher time frame analysis. So it's interesting that different exchanges are telling you slightly different things. Obviously on KuCoin we've just come into this trend line. On MEX we've already broken that trend line. So I think what we need is for the exchanges to start saying the same thing and to be on the same page. This kind of like, this is the weekly time frame. You see this kind of candle in the highs pushing up. That's like a market buy. That's what that reflects. It would be very different if this was at the top of an extended rally. Very different. Like if I was to reverse it now and show you what I mean. If this was a normal chart, this was a reverse, and you saw this candle, that's like someone has market sold. These aren't bullish. I mean, in this context, if this was normal, if you saw that at the point of control like that, you'd expect the price to go down. You wouldn't expect the price to go up. That's what I'm saying. Because it's like someone sold. The people who buy take profit and the price just falls. The wick fills and then you're looking for lower prices. So in the context of what I'm talking about, which is the reverse, so this is correct now. This isn't bearish in my mind. This is actually bullish. Yeah. Like I see this as bullish. I don't see this as bearish. I don't know if anyone agrees with me. And it's the same thing which I was saying before in the stream. When you've got this value area high, it's an actual level. See that? That's the top of your value area, and the price goes all the way through it, and it trades back down, obviously. But there's no respect. When you get like lines which aren't respected, levels which aren't respected like that, if the price has gone up and has stopped at the value area high, or even front run, so it didn't even reach the value area high, I'd be more concerned. I'd be a lot more concerned, yeah? And the way it works is that people put orders at these levels, and when the price trades through them like this, and the further it goes, the less respect there is. It means there weren't enough orders to hold the price down, and so sometimes you get the price come to certain levels and it never even reaches the level because there was so many orders at that level that the price couldn't get through the block of liquidity to get to the level before it reversed. This is the other way around. There was no liquidity, and price just flipped, just washed through it, and until it finally got to liquidity, and so there was no respect. So basically, I think what's going to happen is when the price starts to move, it's going to move up very quickly, because it's a very illiquid. The liquidity's been taken. That's what I'm saying, you know, and you have to be aware of that. And we look at this volume profile. We're building an accumulation profile at the lows, and ultimately, you know, I don't want, like, I mean, I think a lot of people are looking at all the other altcoins and they're going, you know, I want this to get to 100x tomorrow. I want to, you know, I want a Ferrari, I want a Lamborghini, whatever. You know, detravel and TRVL is a movement. It's much deeper and it's going to become much more profound than you realize. This isn't just another like altcoin or whatever. Or this isn't just another meme or just another way that you can buy a Lamborghini or whatever in the future. Yeah, we're building a network of peer-to-peer listings and properties and vacation rentals in the real world. This is a real world product. This is a real world asset. Go and have a look. I have a detravel listing with a website with 3 listings on it in London, in England. I've had 13 bookings in the last just over a year, and it's all peer-to-peer. And I've been in beta. Most of that's been in beta, but I'm processing a detravel guest next week, actually 2 next week after the New Year's. They booked with me directly on the blockchain, on chain. I think it's on chain actually. No, they paid by card. That's not on chain yet, but it would be on chain in the future. The point is that everyone who has a home in the world will be able to create a detravel listing for their property. Every single person. It's going to be decentralized. There will be no central ownership. They'll be able to rent out their property to their friends, to their family, to strangers, to guests, everyone. And that will be insured as well. There's an insurance package which is covered by Superhog, which is better than Airbnb. I can imagine a future where people won't be on Airbnb and they'll be on detravel. And they'll participate in this movement that we're creating. This is going to be big. This is very different to all the other ideas out there. This is very unique, and so I think I would encourage everyone if they to go and have a look and have a read on their website, and then come into the Telegram group and ask your questions. And the biggest news is that the tokenomics is changing. The tokenomics is changing, and this is going to become a long hold with a massive utility. And ultimately what I'm seeing is a future where this is going to be a chain agnostic store of value, where you can use it for basically for travel. It's going to be for all of those digital nomads out there. They're going to be like storing their value in TRVL. It's their go-to. They're the ones who are going to be the most, who are going to gain the most from this. Because right now, I mean, Bitcoin is perceived as a store of value. Never was a store of value. It started out as a form of electronic payment, peer-to-peer payment, but it was too slow or it was too costly, and then they changed their narrative. They pivoted to what it became, which is a store of value. And that's how they push their idea. What we have here with detravel could be the same thing, but it will be chain agnostic. So it won't be like you have to change wallets to have a store of value. You can have a store of value in TRVL on Polygon, or on Binance, or on Ethereum, or on any other chain. Eventually, I imagine a future where travel is on every chain. And it'll be the choice of, it'll be and it'll be secured by this network of properties in the real world. And not only will you be able to use your TRVL to pay, but also you'll be able to use it to stake, and stake to earn more TRVL, and also because of the growing network and the network effect, the growth of the network and the volume of the network, which is going to be increasing, your value will increase over time too. And that's going to be exponential. And it's going to be backed by that idea. And so I've seen this work in beta, I've seen this work live, and I'm seeing now how more and more hosts, operators are coming on board. I'm starting to see more and more transactions of people making bookings and using this, and it works. It's a working product. The product is a finished product, and the only thing that people don't know is what this is. So that's what I'm telling you. And once the AI search engine is finally released, and that's probably going to be the end of March, then the whole world will know. And I think it's a good idea for a lot of people, if they're interested, to start getting themselves involved now. And I think we can create a really big movement where we can just hodl this all the way, and we can buy the dip along the way as well. And that's what I'm encouraging us all to do. Let's buy and hold and buy the dip. Yeah. Let me see if isn't there anything on. Oh look, the price has gone up a little bit more. That's good. I like to see the price go up. What I want to see is this this for. Oh, hold on, I've got a phone call. No worries. All right. What we need to see is this candle reversed. This big candle. Now that is going to be the best case scenario. So on every exchange, what you want to see is in the same time frame, you want to see a full reversal of that candle. So you go to every single exchange, it's going to have a similar style candle, high volume candle, and you just need that reversed. You just need a close above the high of that candle, so the volume of that candle is being reversed. And once you get that, a little back test, and that basically that candle now becomes your SR flip. It becomes your structural SR flip, and that's basically what we're looking for right now. So that's what the bulls have to do. That they have to prove themselves as well, you know, and like the bears have to prove themselves. So the bulls, we have to get the price up there, little back test, and then we have this becomes our support. This whole block, and it's actually much further. It's much further. The whole thing becomes our support, our platform, you know, and then we can make a move up to the next level. And I mean, ideally, that's what we want. We want to go up like that. We want to go up in. Not working now. It's not working. Get above there, consolidate. We just want to go up in like these kind of levels and start working our way up now. So once we do that, we'll be in the next level, and yeah, that'll be good. Right, I might stream later on again, and thank you for joining me if you have joined.